All right, so yesterday I was looking through YouTube about videos about pretty privilege, which is a real phenomenon that I was just like interested to see what people had to say about it. And then somehow I got onto this video where women were talking about um, the negative experiences they've had because they're not considered conventionally attractive. And I'll link the video below. So one of the videos, it was really like just so disheartening to watch because I just can't believe some of the things that people say to people they don't consider attractive, especially I'm going to call them boys because that's what they are. They're not men, they're boys. Um like just the experiences that these women and young girls were recounting, it makes you wonder like just what makes people think that it's okay to say certain things that they say and behave in certain ways that they do. Like I just don't understand what it is that makes people think that this is okay. Like in what world does anybody think that this is okay? But anyway, it made me upset because I really feel strongly that you should not judge people for what they look like. You should judge people for who they are, their character, and who they show you that they are. Now, obviously, I'm not stupid, and I realize that looks matter because that's the first thing that you see, but that's just that's just a superficial thing. It doesn't tell you anything about a person's character or personality or their values or their beliefs. And it just irritates me when people make assumptions based on what somebody looks like. So in the video, some of these girls would talk about how they had a lot of friends who were considered conventionally attractive, and they would hang out with those friends. And then when like boys came and would interact with them, they would like flirt with their friends, and they would treat the friends really well. And even if the girl that was considered ugly, like if she just tried to like just engage in the conversation, the boy would just completely ignore her, or he would just be totally rude and unnecessarily nasty to her. And sometimes like they would even like jokingly like flirt with the girl that was considered unattractive because they thought that that was funny. And just the fact that some people do this in front of other people too, it's just like, why and what makes you think that that's okay? And I call them boys, I don't call them men. I don't care how old they are because in my opinion at least, a real man is somebody who is mature and he respects himself, and his own self respect is reflected in the way that he treats other people, especially women. And I think that if you're going to go around like just mistreating people because you don't think they're attractive or you don't want to fuck them, like it really speaks volumes about you as a person and who you are and your character. And honestly, like for these women, like having these experiences, as much as they may hurt, it's actually like a blessing in disguise because it shows you who people really are. It shows you what their character really is. And it makes you realize like, wow, like these men are trash. Like I understand why women say men are trash because some of them, I'm sorry, they really truly are. And just the way that they treat women, it's disgusting. It's disgusting and it makes me really upset. Anyway, I'll link the video below so you can watch it, and then you'll probably understand my like why I'm upset. But anyway, there's also, when it comes to pretty privilege, like people have a tendency to think that if you're pretty, if you're conventionally attractive, that you must also be like a good person. You must have like good qualities and characteristics. And obviously that's not true because unfortunately, like the exterior of a person does not necessarily reflect who they are inside. And there's also kind of a flip side to that where some people like will assume negative things about you because you're attractive. Like I find that there are a lot of men who tend to think that if a woman is pretty or conventionally attractive or sexy, that it means that she's like a promiscuous person. Like I've found that a lot of the times, and that's so infuriating because it's like just because you like to do your makeup, get your hair done, dress nicely, or even dress sexy doesn't mean that you're going around sleeping with a bunch of different people. And that's just like so disrespectful to make that assumption about a person when you don't even know them. You're just like, oh, you're pretty, you're sexy, you must be a slut. Like, I hate that. And then there are also people that think that if you're pretty, you can't be intelligent. Like, if you're pretty, you have to be like a dumb person or something. It's like, why is that? That's a stereotype. I don't really understand why it is, but uh, like when people are shocked that like a pretty person is saying something that's intelligent, it's like, what are like am I supposed to be dumb because I'm pretty? Like I hate that shit. Anyway, just watch the video and then you'll understand.